57th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General YAHANNA. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
You need everything you need because I know you need everything in Christ. And Christ means everything you need.
I called on the Lord. I said, that Father, this is real. Will you watch over me? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the law, they doing it. You said under YAHWH they ought to love one another, and they doing it.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General YAHANNA presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General YAHANNA. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
You mean everything you need because I know you mean everything in Christ. And Christ means everything you need.
I called on the Lord. I said, man, Father, this is real. Will you watch over me? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you call for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the Lord, they doing it. You said under your house shine, they ought to love one another, and they doing it.
Yes, sir. You came to the I.S.U.P.K today. I did. To check out the soldiers of Commander YAHANNA today. Yes. And I want to promote the ultimate Black family reunion. We have it once a year. That's right. We're going to have it this year, April the 4th. Okay. Right? Black people from all over the country are commanded by God to come to Houston, Texas this year. You know what I mean? April the 4th, B&H Ranch. You know what I mean? And that goes for all the 12 tribes, which includes West Indians, Haitians, Latinos of the native side, right? And North American Indians. You know what I mean? So here with Queen's Flip, you know what I mean? You can check us out today. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. Maybe you can come to the ultimate Black family reunion, man. The Passover, man. I'm gonna come down and support, man, and I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I did a lot more talking than expected. Yeah. You guys are holding me hostage, but no, I'm joking. I came outside. Yeah. You said April 4th? April 4th. In Texas. In Texas. The ultimate Black family reunion called the Passover. How long has that been going on for? Since 1969. You know what I mean? Really? Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. Am I gonna get the red carpet? I don't know about that, but we coming in as brothers, man. We're coming in as brothers. Okay, all right. Remember, you skipped that white Jesus in there, man. Hey, Queen Flip, man. April 4th. Say, what is it called again? The Passover. The Passover. Right. All right. See me there. I see you there, man. Definitely, man.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General YAHANNA presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General YAHANNA. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Hey, have you been to mamasandsbath.com yet? What are you waiting on? We have the best body butters, cashmere and all. We have them ashy-ass legs. You know them legs, ashy. Don't do that. Get you some Mama Sense body lotion or body butters. All right, we got the best massage oil. Husband, massage your wives, and wives, massage your husband. You know, we got the best face oil. This is amazing right here. We got the best deodorant. You know what I'm saying? Put some deodorant on, man. We got the best body scrubs, sugar scrubs. We got the best soaps, 11 varieties. We got the best hair growth oil. You know, it's halfway through because I use this. You know what I mean? Yo, go to mamasensebath.com, man. We got some amazing products. Support us. Hey, have you been to mamasensebath.com yet? What are you waiting on? We have the best body butters, cashmere and all. We have the best body lotion. Yeah, that's right. Moisturize them ashy ass legs. You know them legs ashy. Don't do that. Get you some Mama Sense body lotion or body butters. All right, we got the best massage oil. Husband, massage your wives, and wives, massage your husband. You know, we got the best face oil. This is amazing right here. We got the best deodorant. You know what I'm saying? Put some deodorant on, man. We got the best body scrubs, sugar scrubs. We got the best soaps, 11 varieties. We got the best hair growth oil. You know, it's halfway through because I use this. You know what I mean? Yo, go to mamasensebath.com, man. We got some amazing products.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General YAHANNA presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General YAHANNA. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Let's get it.
This is how you make it to the Lord's 57th annual Passover this year in Houston, Texas on the 4th of April.
Mind over matter, still trying to purge you. If a nigga at me, I know that all beam around me, niggas finna steam about me. Bitches try to scheme some memes out me. I ain't being loud, you keep it on the go low. Don't look like my dolo, like a butler, get that dough, bro. Nigga try me, that's a no, not to palm me like a high five. Park my car and chill, I'm looking at the Philly skyline. Clearly I'm about mine, I feel like it's my time. Demons trying to distract me and knock me right off of my grind. But nigga, I am not crying about shit. If it happened, then it happened. I get past it, I don't trip. Now I'm laughing, I'm just adding to my wisdom. Damn, I'm lit. That's the way you handle it. You gotta be a man and shit. Niggas masking up and I can't slack a bit. No.
Yeah, Babylon is falling. In the bullshit, that line nigga in the pulpit, same shit but a different day. I speak truth, they ain't come to play. You in the way, better move, nigga. That follow no way gon' be cruel, nigga. Say you're gonna get that tool, nigga. Matter of fact, get you by
Commanding General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, Body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching.
That's why I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch with Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he make man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
I.S.U.P.K.com is the website, fam. Get up on it. Let's get ready to get it in. I got the heavy hitters in the building with me. General Muhammad holding us down. General Allah. Where you at, baby? There he is. Yeah, man.
Shine Christ. Shalom.
General Hazayan up in the building. Holding us down. And Officer Moran, his mighty crew. Officer Moran, Officer Dial, Officer Iban, y'all. Officer Mustum, y'all. Doing a hell of a job, man. So as all the camps all across this country, we're getting closer to the end. If you remember already before, I said when we get close to the end, more and more is going to come out. They dropped 3 million documents on the Epstein file. And let me tell you something, man. It is good reading. It's good reading and good studying. Because the Epstein files, for the first time, is going to give black people and Latino people a clear eye. Get me right, y'all. A clear eye into how the wealthy and the rulers of white America really run the country. Now you for the first time you finding out the level of diabolicalness and evil that they've been running. For the first time you finding out that Christianity in America was nothing more than a cover story. Was nothing more than a fake fraud and a cover story to make you feel like there was some morality here. Well, brother, we're going to bring out some of this stuff tonight. And I want to see how you're going to get out of it. I want to see all you Christians, how you going to get out of it. How you going to back up all them preachers that backed up all them presidents, man, that are now being found to sell drugs, eat children, drink blood, raping mercilessly. Unaliving mercilessly. I mean, these people have lived a diabolical. That's why they don't want to be around you. They know you're not a part of the club. Even some of you Negroes try to get up and be part of the club. You acting like now, like you look at these Epstein files out. P. Diddy kind of look like a nice dude. Diddy seemed like right or wrong. These Epstein files,
He ain't so bad.
It's like give R. Kelly a break, man. Hell, man, because these Epstein files are so way out in the left field. They looking like wannabes. They like Puff Daddy and R. Kelly and them were trying to get into the super duper crazy nasty shit, but they couldn't come all the way through. You know what I'm saying?
And so now, Lord, allow tonight we're going to be able to bring some of it out. And I think it's so healthy reading. And it's, you know what? It's healthy for your soul because you need to wake up fast because this world is just like Christ said. I see Satan falling like lightning coming out the sky. That's how this kingdom is falling. Stuff is switching up every day. Wars and different soldiers and setups getting on. Countries getting ready to get overthrown. Economies going south. And it's a good time to now say, you know what? I'm not going to live in fantasy land no more. I'm going to live in the true world now. You understand? Now, and we're going to walk you in the true world safely. Don't worry. It ain't going to break you. It ain't going to break you. It's just going to give you the reality. And it should bring you closer to the Most High. I read these Epstein files. Man, I said, Lord, man, go and put me in a hole wherever you want. I'll sit up there and eat gruel rather than be among these bastards right here. Motherfuckers trying to cats trying to get out to the Epstein Island, man. I'll take the gruel. I don't want nothing that's going on out there. You know what I mean? I mean, they doing all kind of evil. We're going to bring a lot out tonight. Let me tell you something about choose the Lord. Choose to stand with the Most High. You made a good bet. Those of you that stood with Satan in them churches, you done been brainwashed. And let me tell you something else. They was involved in the Iran-Contra affair. Now I'm going to blow your mind. They was involved in psychological warfare in gospel music. In gospel music, they was brainwashing people. They was doing psychological warfare in your black church. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to have some fun and boast the Most High in his righteousness, man. Where y'all want to go, Hebrews?
Call Khan, sir.
You got it.
Call Khan, sir. He shot my truck up. Detroit cop shoots black woman 6 times. His boss goes on TV to blame her until he sees the body cam footage.
We got that body cam footage?
Maybe in the link, sir.
Maybe in the story, sir. Give me a second.
You got it. Go ahead, keep reading.
Khan, sir. Detroit police officer Zachary Melvin pulled over a black woman named Tracy Allen for a minor traffic violation, but ended up shooting her 6 times. Luckily, she survived. But within hours after the October 26th shooting, the Detroit police chief Todd Betson criminalized Allen by telling reporters she had refused to provide her information before driving off, with Melvin clinging to her car, fearing for his life. The chief then realized he was wrong after watching the body cam video, calling another press conference following the following day to tell reporters that not only had Allen had handed the officer her information, but Melvin had committed multiple policy violations that led to the shooting.
Right. She was in there defending herself. Mm-hmm. Like, when is it going to come to the point where they're going to finally realize that white people are very dangerous? Mm-hmm. And you put them in a uniform and give them a gun, these people are drinking blood and eating babies hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who's pulling you over. And if you're a police officer, you know the rules. So she knew immediately that he was out of order with her with the rules. Y'all jump in anytime.
Okay.
Wait a minute. What I'm talking about?
I'm laughing, right? Okay, on a traffic stop, why would you stick your hand in somebody's car? That's something I never did in the traffic stop. Stick my hand in the car. You know what I mean? And then it's a female. Like, okay, why would you stick your hand in the car to a female? And then if she's trying to pull off, why would you have your hand in the car? Like, it makes no sense. You got cover. They teach you how to blade your body walking to the car so you don't expose yourself. What are you talking? Like, what are we talking about here? Yeah. Like, what's the bullshit going on? What are we talking about here? They teach you certain tactics to do. That stuff ain't changed. You blade your body when you walk into the car so you're not exposed. You check your way up there and make sure everything's good. So I really want to know. I would love to see the footage as to why he shot her 6 times.
I can't wait to pull the footage. And she's a looking sister too. Being a nice looking sister in this world now is about to become a liability.
Yeah.
Watch what I'm saying. Just keep your eye on the way sisters is dressing. In a minute, they're gonna be looking like munchkins with big giant clothes on. They're gonna hide their body. All that's going out the window. And the Lord wanted to go away anyway. Mm-hmm. The Lord is done with hypersexuality and soft porn. Our women is being taught to do soft porn. If you in your underwears on the internet and you twerking, you are prostituting yourself for views, man, and clicks, and whatever else you're going to get from it. You know what I mean? Like, the porno has become so normal. And now we know why. Because if you got Booker T bringing you your dope and Weinstein raping everything that moves and Jay-Z bringing the hoes to him, so as it is alleged, and that rotten bastard, if that's true, he did that, that bastard got to be ejected from Black America because he's the one that shut down the protests, man. He shut down the protests of the one knee, you understand? And I was talking with General Muhammad. I told Muhammad, I said, what really would have been right is if the football players took a knee for their Latino brothers at the Super Bowl and let the world recognize that what Donald Trump was doing was unacceptable, man.
That's right. That's right, General.
That's what should have happened.
That's right, sir. Damn right.
So busy worrying about getting the ring and winning the Super Bowl. And I understand you getting a big paycheck for it and all that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of money on the table. But boy, a knee for them brothers, nobody would have been able to stop it. They would have been able to say nothing about it. And you got to learn how to fight black people. Every fight don't mean you got to pull out a gun, man. But you got to learn how to fight in your spirit for what you know to be wrong, man. And to help these brothers, man, in any way that you can. And your fame is often one of those avenues, man. Makola said, Makola said, I'm right. You know, man. Like, that is correct, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get back to the story. Show her picture again. It's a nice looking sister. Please, let's check out how she handled it. She don't need to be in that job, no way, but you see how we talk. Go ahead.
Attempting to box her in. She refused to get out and drove away. Now, this encounter started as a traffic stop. An officer pulled over the woman for speeding, tinted windows, and an obscured plate. During the stop, the officer claimed the woman refused to show her license, which the department later said was unfounded. Next, the woman asked the officer to call a supervisor, even dialing 911 herself. Instead, the officer called for backup, and at some point, officers tried pulling the woman out of the SUV using pepper spray. And that's when she took off. Originally, the department had planned to release the body cam footage, but that's been put on hold after the chief saw what happened, saying it highlighted several policy violations and he suspended the officer without pay. He's also waiting to see how
held up. He didn't hold the footage up when he was going to slam her, but now he's going to hold the footage up. Go ahead.
the county prosecutor will proceed. Meanwhile, we're expected to hear from Allen and her attorney later this morning. Together, they are filing a $25 million lawsuit against the city and the officer who shot her.
Okay, Jenna, if I could.
Come on, huh?
Tinted windows, right?
Mm-hmm.
They killing me with the tinted windows. Now, you can look at something and say, okay, it's dark.
She had tinted windows?
That's what they say.
Okay.
Right? But how do you know the degree of the tint? When I was in the apprentice military, we were on base. The MPs used to follow us back to our barracks because we had tinted windows. Now, they couldn't give you tickets. So what they started doing was they had a tool that measured the tint on location to see how tint it was. Based on that, they gave you a ticket. So now, with that being said, I know that might have been some years ago. I know for me, when I was working, you got to have proof that the windows are really tinted when you go to court. What's your proof that the degree of the tint, you know what I mean, when you go to court to prove they was really tinted, when you go to say, oh, I saw they was dark? That's not going to fly in court. So if that's not going to fly in court, why are they doing it all the time? It makes no sense. And if he was that scary, this sister, or who was in the car tinted windows, when you stop a car, pull over, they stop, you stop. We're going to be advised, I got something, you know, send me back up. Your backup arrive, then you get out of the car, you approach the car. Mm-hmm. Driver, can you roll down all four windows, please? Check that truck, nobody popping up. You and your partner, you on one side, you on the other side. You blaze the body to the car, you walk up to the car, and then you engage the person. You got to be kidding me. Like, this is like basic 101 in every police academy supposedly supposed to happen. You understand? It's supposed to happen that way. These cats is killing me.
And you white boys be too scared, man. Oh, you scared of everything. Like, oh my God. You pull up on a car because it got tinted. First of all, what need to be said, what need to be clear is this. Either make the law in the city, you can have tinted or you can't have tinted. Make it straight up. This way, if you don't want tinted windows in the city, make the law now nobody have tinted windows. If you feel it's up. But more importantly, what is the, now I could be wrong on this part, Hob. But let me know. What is it a high potential level of police officers being shot by people in cars with tinted windows?
No.
I didn't think so. Because either might shoot you with no tinted windows.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
You know what I'm saying? When they ready to shoot one of them cops, they just shoot him. They ain't worrying about no tinted windows or none of that. So it's probably just fear, little scary fear. That's all. And like you said, you approaching and you getting back up. Both of you approaching on both sides. You asking them to lower the windows. If they don't lower them or they give you a hard time, that's halfway probable cause to search the car anyway. So get me right if I'm wrong.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just really you scared. You scared of pulling somebody over with tinted windows. You scared of a 120-pound female because because she got tinted windows. You's too scary, man. A lot of you white boys should not be cops. You're too afraid. Like if you're gonna be a cop, you should know that you got a job that means your life, you could lose your life. So you do the job like you're gonna lose, like you could lose your life. But don't do the job like you got to do every single thing to save yourself because you're scared. How you gonna do that? Do that make any sense?
Sir.
Man, look, she by a reporter in that car, and you reaching in the car, trying to drag her out in a panic. And let me say this, one last thing. I know y'all want to jump in, but one last thing is you only pull a black woman out that car like that. You're not doing that to no white woman. You really ain't doing it to the white woman because the white woman might shoot you.
Yeah.
She might just cap you. But you're going to try it on a black woman. Come to find out she's an officer and had to get away from you because you was acting like a maniac. I yield.
Please. That's a,
Please,
that's
I'll wait
a,
for you.
no,
Go
okay.
ahead. Please.
Okay. Another thing, tactics, right? Okay, this would always get me. And okay, that light they have on the side of the car is very bright. It's very bright. When I would stop a car, I put my car a certain way. I would place that light right in the rear view mirror. So the person in the car couldn't see me really coming. I would have them at a disadvantage. It's things you can do tactically wise to have a disadvantage where you don't have to go and really go harm somebody. It's a lot of things you can do. You do that there, you got a flashlight, you hit the car, you hit the thing, but they looking back at you. Now they really can't see. But you can see them, which gives you an advantage. You understand? Tactics. You can use tactics doing these things where you don't have to always go to. I just hate these white boys. You always want to go to the gun. They want to pull a gun out. Come on, are you kidding me? Everything don't mean you got to pull a gun out. Come on, it made no sense seeing it and saying that. Come on, man. Like you got to stop. You will have arguments with them afterwards. Like, listen, man, you got to stop this shit. You understand? Like everything on coffee doing this here, man. It's ridiculous.
And how you hit the
Yes, sir.
Okay, you know how long we've been doing these stories about white police officers killing blacks and Hispanics, right? Mm-hmm. Let me remind you of one story that I know you'll remember. We did a story one time about a cop that killed an unarmed black man because he had an air freshener hanging from his windshield mirror.
I remember that.
And I remember going, well, I was sitting right here and I said, what? The reason he pulled him over is because he had an air freshener. One of those little trees that hang from the mirror.
Yeah.
I went and looked it up in class while we were doing the story, and that's illegal. It's illegal to hang an air freshener from your mirror, which means any cop that wants to use that as an excuse to kill you can say you had an air freshener. But of course, Haas, they sell air fresheners to hang on your mirror. And if you go to a car wash, before you get the car back, that air freshener will be hanging on your mirror. The cat does it for me in the truck.
For free.
He puts it on there for you fresh. I forget the Onyx or some of the smell always good. That is illegal, but they still sell them with the string.
Right.
If tinted windows are illegal, why can a window tinter buy the tint? Why is the tint legal to make if it's illegal to have? Here's what the only thing I can come up with, Oz, is that all this is bullshit to create an excuse to pull over blacks and Latinos when you feel like it. So now I can say he has tinted windows. That's my excuse. He has an air freshener. That's my excuse. All cops are looking for is an excuse to pull whoever they want to pull over. And here's the obvious reason why they don't like you to have tint, because they can't see who's black in that car. They can't see if you're a Latino. They want to let the white people drive. They want to pull over the blacks and Latinos. Well, they can't do that if your driver's window is tinted out, because of course they do sell these things called vans. Have you heard of them?
Yes, sir.
The whole back of the car, ain't got no damn windows. You could have 100 niggas in the back of that van, and no one would ever know. So why do you even sell vans with no windows at all, with a couch, a bed? Back in the day, sir, you know that was a whole apartment back there. It obviously isn't important to see inside of a car, because you sell vans with no windows. They want an excuse to kill us, and the Epstein list, it proves that.
Good. And if I can piggyback,
that's it.
Can y'all hear me?
Can
y'all hear me, sir?
You got more on the tape?
Yes, sir. He's trying to say something.
Can y'all hear me?
General Maya?
I don't know if I'm on mute. Yeah, like y'all can't hear me.
There you go, General.
Okay, so what? If I could piggyback off of what Haas was saying, and General Muhammad, like Muhammad said, they're looking for an excuse to pull over black and brown people. And like Haas said, like even with their fear, it's that lust. Like Haas don't understand why they train a certain way, and then they do something totally different, because once they know you black or brown, then that lust comes into them. That make a move. I'll end you today. That kicks in, because they want the confrontation. They sticking their hand in the car because they want the confrontation. They breaking all the rules because they want the confrontation. They damn near dare. They see you black and brown. They do things to dare you to do anything that they could say you resisted, to do anything that they could have an excuse and say you tried to hit them or you tried to roll up your window on their arm. They looking for an excuse to go hot because they see you black and brown. It's like, yeah, I think I got one. And they do things. They break their training. They break the law. And they violate you just to see if you'll do something, and they have an excuse, at least in the court, to take your life, to unalive you. It's heavy how we brought out weeks ago how the woman that they arrested, that protester in Minneapolis, they made a meme or AI video of her crying, which would seem backward, which would make the average human say, well, we don't want to see her cry because that's going to touch our heart. We're going to feel bad for her. But not these animals that God created, not these white people. They want you to cry. They want to show the world, look, we got them, and they cried. Look, we got them, and their babies was pulling on them, and the babies was crying. They like that look. They like that chaos because they get some type of joy and lust from it, to see us hurt and to see our babies destroyed and to see us crying. So that's why they made a whole video, which I didn't understand when they first made it. Like, why would they make a video with her crying? Ain't that going to look bad on them? But no, not in their mind. In their minds, it's just what they want. You know what I'm saying? A reason. Slocky, I yield.
No, that's what's up. Damn right. Let me add something else too. Live, Laugh, and Love said, I get it, but Jake got to stop placing themselves in sticky situations with the police where they end up trying to run or drive off, given a reason, cause you know he already itching to kill you. But Live, Laugh, you missing the point. That's the whole point. He shouldn't be itching to kill you. You understand? That's the point. Like there's no way that you could mitigate somebody that's itching to kill you. Like how do you avoid? He's itching to kill you. So how do you navigate to not get killed? He's going to try and kill you. So how you gonna say you putting yourself in a situation because he itching to kill you? He itching to kill you. So you ain't even got to be put in that situation. He's trying to kill you, which is the bigger point. The bigger point is stopping him from trying to always kill you is what has to happen, which is why the empire got to be destroyed by the Lord. Because he can't walk around free itching to kill you, because then he's going to kill you. You understand? Like you can't say, well, I know he's trying to kill me, so I'm going to do everything I can to avoid it. And something else too, something else that we don't realize that you got that I really learned from studying Christ's words, that Christ said to the disciples, you have the poor with you always. And let me tell you something, in any empire, no matter what empire it is, there is always poor and uneducated people. And if you have an empire, it's your responsibility to mitigate those people that are poor and ignorant. Like you can't say because they're poor and ignorant, we be shooting them. They don't be knowing what to do. That's not an excuse. You're supposed to, as an officer, know what to do when somebody's poor and ignorant. Now, if they threatening your life, that's one thing. But you even mentioned in here, when they want to run or drive off, they're not threatening your life. Your life ain't in danger if a criminal gets away. So, or somebody you pull over in a traffic stop gets away, that don't mean he got to die. See what I'm saying? Like, he driving off, he ain't got no papers right. He got to die? Like that Edomite that they shot out there in Indianapolis, they shot her because they wanted to shoot her. That's right. They was itching to kill her. Right. Like a woman in a, first of all, they said they trained, I said it, they said it on the news, the commanding officer said it, you never stand in front of a vehicle in a traffic stop. You never stand in front of the vehicle. It's like the cardinal rule. They said that ICE was told, don't stand in front of the vehicle. Where did this motherfucker stand? Excuse my French. In front of the vehicle. Why? Why? Because he wanted to have a confrontation with her. How do I know? I'm black. That's how I know.
That's right.
When you black, you already got a PhD in fucked up police tactics.
Good.
It just come with you being black. It's just part of your life. Trust me. You understand? So he put himself right in front of that situation. Now, you telling me somebody deserves to die because they pull off in a car? Because out of fear or worry or ignorance or terror, you got lights flashing, tactical cats all around them, guns in their face, and they happen to panic and hit the gas or intentionally hit the gas. They gotta die? You can't police people better than that? You can't come up with something better than that? You can't come up with no other way better than that to do that. That's BS. So you got to understand, there'll always be people that put themselves in a bad position with police officers. But every time they do that doesn't mean they have the intention of trying to harm a police officer. And really 90% of the time when police murder black people and Latino people is not because the person put them in any danger. It's because they'll say, well, he moved his hand. I told him to keep his hands up. He put his hands down. Sometimes they shoot you with your hands up.
Good.
I was holding him at gunpoint and the gun went off. It was a mistake. And they had that qualified immunity for a long time where they'll shoot you with your hands up. And then say, well, it was a mistake. And he got to get to go free. And I think that black people don't realize how exhilarating it is for white people to have the law in their hand where they have a free chance to murder. There's way more serial killers than you think. And they like you said, they itching to kill you. Many times, because this is why they joined the police force. They want to get out in these streets and exact their vengeance on black people. For what? I do not know. They full of demons. But they want to exact their vengeance on black people. So they got this job. Because why? Qualified immunity. If he do the slightest thing out of line, I got a reason to murder him. And it's murdering him is what I want to do anyway. So that's the real problem. We've been trying, man. They've been telling us, keep your hands on the steering wheel. Obey the police's command. Don't say nothing nasty to them. Don't make no sudden move. Every one of us know this shit by heart. You can ask a 10-year-old kid, tell me all the what things you're supposed to do when the cop is around. They'll tell you all these things. And we've been trying to do these things for 50 years. And it's still, and here's what's amazing. We so educated on it. And we follow it to the letter. Yet no other nation even thinks about it, and they never get pulled over and shot. Like if you go to the average Arab and say, what do you do when the police pull you over? I don't know. Give him your papers. He ain't gonna know the stuff we gotta know. It's hyper burned in our head because really this is terrorism. The point of policing is to terrorize. Go all the way back to the days of the slave catcher. Remember, there was times when the slave catcher was not out chasing the slaves. So the slave catchers would roam the plantation, terrorizing the slaves until one ran away. Sometimes terrorize the slaves so that one would run away. So they have an excuse, an itch. There go that itch again. So they can itch going after him. When that's really what it comes down to. When it comes down to what the Lord said in Genesis 25 was so right. You understand? 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. We separate from them. We different. We different, and we'll never mix with them. We'll never function with them. It's just why we got to go build Christ's kingdom. We go build his kingdom, then we'll have everything we need.
That's right, sir.
We won't have to worry about nothing. So like I yield.
And if I can, sir, when he killed that woman, when them ICE killed that woman, you know that her girlfriend, the lesbian, the one they killed, her girlfriend was taunting the cop and pissing him off, and he didn't like that testing of his authority. She said, "Come on, tough guy. What are you taking our plates for? It's going to be the same in the morning. We don't cover ours like you, tough guy." And was really and he it just drew on his lust. Like normally that lust is reserved for black and brown people, but this broad pissing him off till he at some point he pulled the gun and put the camera down, and that's when she tried to leave and he shot her, and that's why and you catch the audio after he said "fucking bitch" because that's how he felt. Them cussing him out and talking mess, you know what I'm saying? That's how he felt. You're right. I yield.
So I didn't mean to cut you by. Go ahead.
Oh no, that was it. It just his mind state. Normally that wouldn't happen with the white people, but she just pissed him off so much, challenging him and making him feel like he ain't got the authority to unalive you when he know he do. He went there.
And they got a self-esteem. White men have a horrible self-esteem problem. Horrible self-esteem problem. You black men, man, you too emasculating to white men. Y'all need to stop football, baseball, basketball, boxing, MMA, singing, dancing, science, math. I mean, you need to just stop everything. It's the only way you're gonna the only way white men are gonna feel masculine again. White men feel so emasculated that they have a rage for you that comes out of nowhere. Like they never met you. Many of them never even lived around, been around together. But they got a rage for you to get their masculinity back. And that's why that woman, like you said, General Mayotte, that's why she punked him like she did. She knew, like being a white woman, she knew just how to get him.
Good.
She served him up that I'm gonna punk you shit. And it messed his whole world up. I yield. You die. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, General, what you saying is so heavy about like Esau's rage. I was telling General Muhammad and the rest of the Akim earlier. I got into it with this devil active slavery over the Super Bowl. And you know, he kind of like jumped at our conversation. You know, me and the brothers was talking about, you know what I mean, Bad Bunny and what was going on. And he came up talking this turning point stuff. And I had to check him and tell him, you know what I mean, the turning point was trash. Charlie Kirk is looking up, disappointed. And that set him off. And then he brought up Jake Paul. And there's something that Jake Paul said that really shows how evil the oppressor is in their rage towards our people. If I could read it, he said he was purposely turning off the halftime show because, you know, he said you got a fake American citizen performing and who publicly hates America, not realizing that you are such a hateful bastard towards La Raza, towards Ephraim, you know what I mean, the Boricuas and black people. You don't realize that technically while you're married, we are American citizens.
Puerto Rico is part of the American territory. He said a fake American?
Jake Paul came out there and said
Donald Trump said it.
Donald Trump said it.
That's why the Charlie Kirk one was called the real American.
Right.
Puerto Rico is a state.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's a straight up and down state.
Yes. Like, God damn. Go ahead. You was going to say more.
If I could, sir, and to add to how ignorant Jake Paul is, sir, he lives in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And the community.
That's the cat that box.
Conor McCon.
Yeah.
He lives in Puerto Rico, and he made it a point to bring out that his entire community is all white and bragged about the, you know, Ephraim that actually lived there can't live where he's at.
Tyree came out and said not only that, he moved the PR to dodge the taxes. You know what I mean? Went down there. I heard they're getting 4%.
Oh, boy.
No.
Shout out to I.S.U.P.K.
I heard a couple of cats told me they put a little investment in. You know what I mean? Oh damn, West Philly for Life said Jake Paul is a small hat. He a small hat. You know what I mean? And they known for going in other people's land, setting up their own community. And once again, why our people got to learn the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Because here's what happened. The small hats move into your zone, take a small portion of your zone, and they overthrow you by the laws, statutes, and commandments. Like they follow our laws, statutes, and commandments and empower themselves over the top of you while you prostituting yourself halfway on Instagram and all the other stupid nonsense you doing. They plotting based on the laws, statutes, and commandments and add in a little Kabbalah Satanism. And before you know it, they got a perfect program to damn near overthrow you. That's why Hitler and them went crazy and overthrew them. Because they was moving on them Germans. They had them Germans damn near in slavery like they got America right now. That's right. What they got, the way they got America right now is just how they had them Germans back then. But them Germans rose up against it. So I don't know what white people gonna do, but it's looking like they going into slavery under that so-called Jew. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly how they did that, man. And they do it all over. And they did it down there. And then here's the thing. Then they get laws passed for private beaches. Laws passed to keep you out the neighborhood. Do no business or commerce with you. Next thing you know, they taking over your own territory. You've been beat down for 400 years that you don't no longer have the fight. You don't have the muscle to fight for the integrity of you and your people. Like you used to be a people that was proud about you and yours. But if your arm, you done lost the arm wrestle so many times that you don't have no strength no more to fight for that. So they come in and take over everything. But you should return to the Most High because he'll breathe that spirit of life back in you. He'll show you what kind of nation you was before you went into captivity. He'll show you how magnificent all the tribes are. Boys, everybody should get a chance to read Katazar's books. Katazar got a whole series of books about the tribes that is absolutely out of this world. Big shout out to Captain Katazar.
Yeah, right, Joe.
You know what I'm saying? If you go and check them books out, man, they help you, man. You go in them scriptures, man, and identify them tribes and hear about the greatness of them and the culture. They all carrying pieces of their culture from way back then. You do that, brother, you're going to get some strength in that arm for your culture and your identity. Why should their culture and identity be greater than yours? You know what I mean? Why should theirs be greater than yours? Let me get one too as well. Just the can, the water. You understand? Of the zero. Let me tell you something. Why should your culture, along with his? Oh, okay, what? Like, why should their culture be so more important than yours? Like they get. Here's what I don't understand. I know where it come from. It come from church. Thank you so much, John. I know it come from church. Like they get to hate you. Put Obama and his wife, even though he's a heathen, but his wife is not. Put her in a gorilla suit. That's the ultimate humiliation on a woman. Your woman's a whore, naked. Naked pictures all over the internet. But meanwhile, you're going to take Obama's wife, who's one of our sisters, and you're gonna put her in a monkey suit because you got to lower her. You got to lower her because you got low self-esteem. And here's the thing. Why do they get to hate us? And then you mad when we hating them. You mad at us looking at them the same way they looking at us. They looking at us like we the worst thing on the face of this earth and done did everything for them. I mean, such a classic abuse relationship. You do everything for them while they do nothing for you and degrade you like you're the worst thing in the goddamn world. And you living in that abuse every day as a people. The Lord gonna pull you up out of it. I don't mean to run on, but that is, you know, that is the state of our affairs, and that's how they move in. Your dividedness is your destruction, man. Yep. Your lack of brotherhood is your destruction. Your unwillingness to come together is your destruction. And we got to turn that around and bring ourselves back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. You got nothing to apologize. You realize you got the legacy of the greatest king on the face of the earth. You black in America, you are the bloodline of Jesus Christ himself. God damn. You can't get no better than that.
Right.
If you West Indian or Puerto Rican, you one of the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel, man. The book about your history is in more languages than any other book in the world, the book called the Bible. The book about your history is the most read book in more languages than any other book in the world. That's how heavy your history is. Get your culture back. You know what I mean? Instead of begging them to love you. Love you for what? You know what I'm saying? Salak, y'all yield. Damn right.
Damn right, sir.
You die? Colonel Khan, sir. Colonel Khan. Kid Rock headlines the Turning Point USA Super Bowl show.
He's old has-been a wannabe black man. He been trying to be black since, you know what I mean, since Vanilla Ice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Kid Rock. You gotta look. Yeah, bring it up if you could. You got a whole black persona and then hate black people. That's why he hate them. He hate them because he know he's stealing. And I noticed that with all white entertainers that act black, you find out later they hate black people. What's his name? That one that said, I never get no respect.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield. Act black the whole time. Yeah. Hate black people. What's the name of that one that act like he's so cool? Andrew Dice Clay. All right. Hate black people.
Small hat. Too.
Small hat, so-called Jew on top of it. Like all of them act like they want our culture, but meanwhile hate us. You can bring him up. Bring him up. You doing a story on him, right? Yeah. I just want everybody to see. Play a little video if you could. Look at the gold belt. Look at the hat. All that's our culture. Look at the leather jacket.
Oh shit! That belt from back in the day.
That's from back in the day.
The nameplate belt. The nameplate belt. We did that.
We did that. That's how we ride. Slocky, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, Slocky, stop apologizing.
You know what I mean? He wearing the fedora low. That ain't how they wore the fedora. They wore the fedora tight and high. Blacks and Latinos, it was the Latinos that wore the fedora low. You know what I'm saying? You got footage, or that's just a still shot? That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead, you die. Read the story. I don't mean to run on top. Y'all jump in. Get in here, Mayat Salaki.
Mayat, I'm sorry. You want to say something, Mayat?
No. Go ahead, Muhammad.
Oh, sorry. Can you imagine? And once again, while people online make it their entire life to stop the Israelite school of UPK from being racist, to turn us into a group that accepts all nations. Meanwhile, America had a anti-Super Bowl halftime show and called it the American halftime show when Bad Bunny is an American. Now remember this, the halftime show has had U2 from Ireland.
That's right.
The Rolling Stones from England. Forget about the Beatles.
That's right.
From Liverpool, England. And that was never considered not American.
That's right.
Which is something that you've been teaching us forever, which is what everyone has to realize. And I hope the Kid Rock counter all-American halftime show will tell you this. American patriotism is racist.
That's it.
That is racist. The Nazi flag is racist, the swastika. The Confederate flag is racist. And the American flag is racist. Anyone rocking that American flag saying we're all American, that is racism. Or else why would Kid Rock have an all-American halftime show when there was an American at the halftime of the Super Bowl, Bad Bunny? And why would you not say these Beatles are un-American?
Right.
Why would you not say the Rolling Stones are un-American? U2 is a Sting. Sting is un-American. All those white people from other countries are considered American icons.
Yes, they are.
Because they're white.
And they from other countries.
And they're from other countries.
Accents.
With accents. With papers.
Yes.
Immigrants.
That's right.
But they're considered Americans because they're white. American patriotism is racism.
That's it.
Or else explain this.
That's right.
There was already an American at the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yes.
His name was Bad Bunny.
Right.
Caneo Malo. He was already at the halftime show. He's an American. Why is Kid Rock show American? Because he's white. That American flag is racist.
That's right.
And I feel it as a black man in America. I see that American flag. I go, let me go and get on out of here. Because I see that American flag swinging and waving in the sky. I go, okay, this ain't where I want to be because they're too patriotic around here.
Right.
The same as waving a Nazi flag or a Confederate flag. The American flag is racist.
And if
I'm done, sir.
Give it up, dog.
And Muhammad hit. Go ahead, General. I was gonna say Muhammad hit the nail on the head, boy, because patriot.
Okay. Let me tell you.
Can y'all hear me?
We good?
Oh, can y'all hear me?
What you saying is so heavy. I'm gonna go a step further if I could. The American flag is anti-American.
There you go.
Because America is anti-American. Yeah. Because America is give us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses. That's what America was supposed to be built on. America was built on let's all come together. America was built on the melting pot. The words, the melting pot came from America.
Right.
That was the words of America. But now all of a sudden would show you how they just switch on a dime like any abuser. Now, both the American flag and being American and being patriotic now done turned into being white. Like the January 6ers raided the Capitol. The Capitol of the United States, they supposed to be Americans they raided the Capitol. But they're still considered Americans and patriots, even though they raided the castle and raided the Capitol. They're still considered, Americans. But meanwhile, the whole vibe in the air is like black people are not. Black people, get ready. Latinos, get ready to come back to your own because they are changing the perception of America. To be American now, the perception is you got to be white. And everybody else got to get pushed back. When, brother, that was never how America was built. You've been used and abused, and now they want to kick you out and off the land. They want to do what devils always do. Use you till they get what they want and then abuse you and throw you into the street. That's what America means now. The American flag is it used to be about that. And listen, and here's the thing. If they raid the Capitol and are still considered American, surely we hating America's ways is very American. Like it's called the United States, meaning it's 50 individual states that decided to unite for power. Not 50 states that was as one, but 50 states that was separated from one another, but worked together with one. And guess what? We were supposed to be a part of it as well. And now they decided to change it. But we knew it was going to happen anyway because it's prophesied in the Bible that it would happen. You understand? And so now, hey, you're going to have to deal with the Most High's punishment for breaking your deal with your slaves.
Yeah.
If you think it's going to be beneficial to you, it's not going to be beneficial to you. I hope the economy lasts more than 6 months, but I don't have a whole lot of hope for it. I yield. Salaki.
Can you hear me, sir? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if I could add, like Muhammad said, the patriotism. Now, patriotism don't mean I love America. Patriotism mean we stand together against black and brown people. You understand? They said they was patriots on January 6th. That's what they said, and that's right. They were patriots fighting for Donald Trump and fighting for white supremacy. You know what I mean? And fighting against anything that stopped the white supremacy. Anybody say they're a patriot, like General Muhammad said, if you're black and brown, especially talking about you a patriot, you speaking against your own self. You speaking against your own people, because a real patriot is somebody that hates black and brown people. When white people say I'm patriot, you better look at him sideways. You better know, well, this cat, he ain't got my well-being in mind. You understand? If he a patriot, and again, and we've said this for years. You know that Confederate flag ain't no different from the American flag. They both stomped on black and brown people for centuries. I yield, sir.
If I could, you triggered my brain as you usually do. Let me tell you something. What you said is so heavy. Okay, if the people that raided the Capitol on January 6th was patriots, they ran up in the Capitol saying that they government was mismanaging them. Did they not?
Oh yeah.
They went and shit in Nancy Pelosi's office chair.
That's correct.
Am I lying?
That is a fact.
Outraged. It was so outrageous that the lawmakers was mistreating them that somebody took a royal dump in Nancy Pelosi's office chair. She retired right after that.
Beat her husband damn near to death.
Beat her husband in his own house.
That's right.
With a pipe.
That's right.
Nearly to kill him if the cops hadn't showed up on time. Okay? Now, they claim that they was patriots and standing up for what they believe was right and all that. What a bunch of suckers you must feel like now. You must feel like royal suckers because you raided the Capitol talking about you was going to drain the swamp. You jumped in the swamp.
God.
You raided the Capitol and now your swamp rules you. You fell in and drowned in the doo-doo. You in the swamp now. You read them Epstein files, you know you in the damn swamp now.
Right.
You thought you was going to clean up America like only white men could. You thought you was going to be, Captain America, raid the Capitol. We're not taking it anymore. 1776. And your dumbass ran in there and found the Epstein files. Found all the whole child molester ring, Pizzagate, raping, robbing, stealing, gobbling up everything that ain't theirs. You found the most monstrous people you ever have known in that place, and now you're the swamp. Now the rest of the world is looking at you like you're the swamp. I hope you're happy. Congratulations, dumbass. Congratulations.
Am I looking at a statue of the poop in Pelosi's death?
Say that, sir. They got a
statue
of the poop.
No, my
God damn. That's how how blatant they are with their racism. Like we think different things would embarrass them or make them look bad. They embrace all of that type of stuff, and yeah, it's us, and we love it.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
I ain't never seen that before in my life. I'm flabbergasted again. This brings the flabbergast out of me, sir. That there is a statue to that. And, sir, do you know tonight in this class, in this show, somebody in this chat room just said, but sir, we need to teach our sons to comply with the police after January 6th. That is an amazing thing in the minds of blacks and Latinos, that white people can shit on the desk and hit a cop in the head with a fire extinguisher, and still there's a parent at home saying it's their fault because they didn't comply with the cops. It's that person's fault because they didn't do what the cops said. That is an amazing thing that is worthy of study. That's something that's worthy of study. And also, if you are a parent out there that has been able to teach your son, and of course, I as a father, I have done it. I have told my children to comply, keep your hands on the steering wheel, comply with the cops. If you are a parent that has successfully taught your children to obey all the laws of a police officer when they are pulled over and to comply with them, and if your child is doing it, then the police academy should hire you, because these fucking cops don't listen to their teachers at all. Then why don't come hire me? Because obviously I'm a better teacher than the police academy, because I have sons and daughters that I have trained to comply, to follow the protocols, to follow the rules. Hire some of these black and Latino parents who teach their children to keep the Constitution, to follow the rules of authority figures. Hire them for the police academy, because I don't know who you have at the police academy teaching cops, but they're terrible teachers. So lock your sir.
Listen, you're so right.
Kahan, if I can, Kahan said in the chat, he saw some old Edomite driving a truck that said, "I'm white trash" down south. And that's heavy. Well, like, once again, they embrace all the things that we say or see that we in our brains as black and brown people, we think make them look bad. They embrace it. Like, I'm white trash. I'm the devil. I'm a hillbilly. I'm a bubba. You know what I mean? I'm a podunk. You know what I'm saying? They take that with pride and say, but I'm still a patriot. And that's true. And that's true.
Right. That's heavy, my no. That's real heavy, bro. Salaki, my I didn't mean to jump in. Go ahead.
No problem.
What you say on it?
And that was it. Like, they take them things and embrace it, because to be all those things, I could shit on Pelosi's desk and I'm still more American than you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How you?
That's so heavy. That's wild. It's the wildest thing in the world, out. It's the wildest thing in the world. Load me up with the Epstein. I need all Epstilla.
Go on, sir.
Epstein was a diabolical monster. Give me the meat thing first. I want that, if you don't mind. What'd you say?
He told him wrong.
Oh, okay. Please give me that first. Yikes.
Jeffrey Dahmer back in effect.
Please.
Hope you are feeling better. Did we analyze the jerky? Why didn't we get jerky this week? I also added more to the jerky and ginger lemongrass. Thank you so much. Super cool. Beef jerky, delicious. Jojo is here and we'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. We'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. Why would jerky walk around? Why would it do that? Delicious lunch, beef jerky. Steve and I are very grateful above all for your friendship. Some of these emails females are so wholesome, aren't they? It's too bad they eat kids. A small insulated bag would be fine. I don't recommend checking it. No need for crazy amounts of ice. One should do. There is one bag of beef jerky in the fridge. Please get it. Also, Blank has more at her place. Please get it from her as well. I suppose it needs to be in a cold, insulated bag. Just wanted to touch base about jerky. J.E. said he was going to start eating regular food again, so he might be eating less jerky. He said he has 6 bags of it in the downstairs freezer. Why would you freeze jerky? Yeah. Steve needs a 6 to 8 ounce portion of jerky. I gave you all the jerky we had, and it lasted only half the amount of time it was meant to. I felt like it was more important for you to have the
forever damn near is dry.
Jerky to eat during my time off. My plan is to make a batch before I leave for LSJ, and some of that will go to Steve, and the rest will go to you at LSJ when I arrive. Little St. James Island. And that's what LSJ must mean. So logically, that means that they were doing this off of the island. Steve Hansen is sending jerky to your attention overnight. I believe it should be enough to get him through. Jeffrey Epstein is asking to bring him more jerky. I'm flying in on Friday. I will bring jerky. Is there a time I could come say hi and drop off the beef jerky? And that's from Jeffrey Epstein. Francis has time to come tomorrow. Show me how to make it. Jerky class anyone. He will bring you to taste his new jerky recipe from the restaurant. He sends a warm hello. He's working at a restaurant called
Called what? What?
Guys, the restaurant's called Cannibal and Cooks. Wait for it. Beef.
Google that shit. Cannibal and Cooks.
Oh my God.
Damn. Say again. God.
Jerky and steak. Can Blank make some jerky? I think we should landscape all around the house to use the water if possible. If the main house is not enough. Are there any recorded images of Jeffrey Epstein with beef jerky at all? No, there are no recorded or publicly known images of Jeffrey Epstein with beef jerky. People going crazy think they found a code word for human meat? Wait, what?
They were possibly eating. Ain't no possible.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to, you know what I mean, stay in the parameters.
Allegedly, I guess. I don't know.
But damn, they was eating human meat, and the Lord knows, God knows where it came from. That's the go ahead. That's where did that meat come from? Go ahead,
If I could, sir. I'm flabbergasted because
nobody eat that much jerky. Yeah,
slugging, sir.
Go ahead.
You imagine, you on the island and you just got molested by him and Elon and Bill Clinton and Stephen Hawking, and then after that, you get handed over to Dr. Lecter.
Dang, he was worse than Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh,
wait a minute. Amanabov said, I heard a story in 95 that Keanu, I think that's Keanu Reeves, saw a black and white child in a fridge at a Hollywood party. He hit the host in the face, walked out, and was never and has never attended another party. Like these people, that's who you raided the Capitol for this. This is who you raided the Capitol for. And that's why I see they had to hype him up so high, because they had to make him almost cult-like so that you would not, when it came out, you would not, panic. And I also see why he had to, put out that video on the Obamas, because he had to distract when these 3 million files came out. He didn't want you focusing on this. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
Jeffrey Epstein,
America,
human flesh.
Yes.
And if you're listening to that, and if you think that is far-fetched, you just have not studied history.
Yeah.
Because white societies have been eating human flesh since the caves. Yep. The Celts did it, the Romans did it, the Greeks did it. The Catholics had something called relics, which were toes and fingers and skulls, and they would just keep them and have them and love them. And they ate Nat Turner. Nat Turner was eaten They would take the scrotum off and cut the ball. All those lynchings that we see, they ate those people.
They took pieces of them.
They took pieces off of them and took them home and ate them. And that you can find that in independent research, that they ate the blacks and Latinos that they lynched. They ate a piece of them to get his power. That's in their polytheist religion of worshiping those other gods.
Yep.
Somehow they can eat a little bit of his thigh, his toe, his penis, then now they become strong. They do the same thing in hunting, where when a hunter has killed a deer for the first time, they blood him. They take a little piece of the heart and eat the heart, put the blood on their face. Eat it raw. Eat it straight out there, out in the field. That's been white culture since Rome, and they ate Nat Turner, and that is you can go look that up.
That's right.
So like you said.
Like America, this government is the greatest horror story. ain't no horror film more diabolical than that world up there. And if anybody ever did a documentary on this government and the elite and the rich and these billionaires, you know, up there in that upper echelon that's in Trump's world and Epstein's world, that'll be the greatest horror story ever told. I yield, sir.
Listen, Marah pulled up The Delectable Negro. Can somebody please order me that book, man? Somebody ordered me that book, man, and send that book to the school, man, to the P.O. box, so we can have that book up in here, man. The Delectable Negro. God damn, you a damn meal. He see you running down the football field. You think he like your game. He want to eat you. He want to, you look delectable. Look,
God damn.
With this podcast.
Let's get out of here. I'm with you. I've had enough.
After a while, you got to start thinking, if I'm fucking the hell out, maybe I better go home and kill me. Don't see the doctor or something. These people is Frankenstein. Go ahead and die. It's a lot.
What you say? What you saying is so heavy, sir. I remember in Silence of the Lamb, the first thing Hannibal Lecter did when he got out was go to the West Indian Islands, and now I understand why he did that.
Damn, I remember that. All right. He said he liked to eat a nigga with fava beans.
Say what Commander General YAHANNA was telling me earlier, if I could, my yacht, is that now think about all of those missing girls on so-called Indian reservations. Thousands of them gone. There was a story we did. I try not to even think about it. When some father stood out on it was terrible. It was just too much for me to think about. But those people looking for their kids and they're gone. Now you think about that. Think about all the runaways and blacks and Latinos missing from these islands and from reservations. And you ask yourself whether or not we need the Lord. So like you said.
You so right. And whether or not we need to come together. And what about the 1,500 children missing from the detention centers?
Right.
Did they make it to the Epstein Island?
Right.
What happened to them? They lost 1,500 kids. They talk about they don't know where they at. Just gone. I wonder if they was delectable. Do you got the story of the girl sent to the Mormon church? Let's get a little more, y'all. Y'all hang with me about 30 more minutes. Somebody order me that book, The Delectable Negro, man. Send it to the school. Damn. Black Authentic Truth said 100,000 black women, no trace. Nobody knows where they are. You know what I mean? And let me just plug this. You black woman, if somebody get on your case about reporting or calling your husband or calling your family, you shut your mouth up and learn. 100,000 black women are missing. Be thankful somebody is worried about you. Because this world will let you disappear and nobody will ever care. I remember we did a like a town hall many years ago, and I was on the stage. It was a sister on the stage who had wrote a book about how she spent so many years tied up in the basement under somebody. One of them town halls we did with them preachers. She was up on the stage saying how she was kept in the basement, chained up for years, and wrote a book about it, and was up on the stage. We were so busy battling them Christians, we didn't really give her no light. But I heard what she was saying. It did register. But it wasn't just the agenda. We was cutting that Christianity at the time. But if we go back and pull them town hall tapes, you will hear her in there saying how she was locked up, you were chained up in the basement for years by some lunatic, and it was only by the Lord that she had escaped. You know what I mean? Worthy Joshua said he remembers Gary Heidnick. Oh, yeah. I don't remember him.
I remember him.
Yeah, y'all Philly.
The House of Horrors.
Y'all Philly.
Eating them, everything.
You know what I mean? That's crazy. All right, we got a couple more of them. Come on, give me another goodie you got there, you die. You got footage of Epstein with the Mormon. Please. Gary
found in the Epstein files, including a reference to Mormon blood and what this has to do with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. With the newest batch of Epstein files that just dropped, there are a handful of Mormon connection found in the Epstein files, including a reference to Mormon blood and what this has to do with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. With the newest batch of Epstein files that just dropped, there are a handful of documents that mention Mormonism in some way. Most of them are about tickets to the Book of Mormon musical, but then it starts to get a little sinister. This document talks about a possible victim of Epstein's who was an ex-Mormon, and after leaving her faith, her family, her boyfriend, she was left quite vulnerable, and Jeffrey Epstein preyed on her, and she became his personal assistant. This document records Epstein attempting to pay for the BYU Idaho tuition of a redacted student in 2011. As BYU is a church, there is a good chance the student was a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Epstein had a history of doing favors for or paying for the education of girls he liked, so it's possible that this student was a victim of Epstein's or was related to one of his victims. This is easily the weirdest part of this whole thing. This document explains how Epstein paid for a redacted girl's school tuition as long as she sent him a pint of Mormon blood every week. I don't really know what's going on here, but the whole thing reads like erotic fan fiction.
Go ahead, Salah.
And it's dated to several years after Epstein's death. So unless proven otherwise, I'm going to assume this is actually just a fictional story. I could be wrong, but let's hope. And now to possibly the more concerning piece. Epstein sent an email that said, had to meet with the head of the Mormon church. For all the research I've done, I see no evidence to indicate that the church was involved in any meaningful way with Epstein, even if he had a passing encounter with someone high up in church leadership. But what everyone else is missing is a huge piece of context that comes.
They already know. Like, you know what I mean?
Even when he mentioning Mormon, that's code too.
Yeah.
This whole thing is code for something nightmare generating.
Yes. Like you need to send ice into the damn into that Mormon temple. You're gonna find people chained up in the basement. Go ahead, Murad Salah. And big shout out to the Bar Mob. The Bar Mob said he would send it to me. The water, the Bar Mob. Big shout out to the Bar Mob. You understand? In Wisconsin, Milwaukee, holding it down. The water argument. Because we need it. We need that up here too.
So, sir, that's in the Epstein files. Then they sent a girl to the Mormon temple, and they said they'll pay for her tuition if she sends them, if she sends Epstein a pint of Mormon blood.
Yikes! Every week. Come on.
Every week.
Come on, you guys.
If I could, sir, it's more than that, and I have the file right here.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Go ahead.
Con, it says in an email from the Epstein files from Esther Cohen Tizier Epstein, describes using a turkey baster in a fertility ritual to impregnate her youngest daughter. Epstein bought her a house and got her daughter into school by donating $50,000 to their gender studies program. In exchange, her youngest daughter had to send Epstein a pint of Mormon blood every week.
God, Count Dracula. And let me tell you something, this cat looked like he'd been eating human meat.
Oh yeah.
Look at how rough face he got. He didn't, he didn't look like this when he was young. Right. A very smooth faced cat.
Yeah.
I think the meat
Yikes.
And God knows what else was going on with him that made him so disfigured. Like that's a monster. She had to send a pint of Mormon blood. Go ahead, you die. I didn't mean to cut you.
That was the base of it, sir.
Damn.
General, if I could.
Come on.
Don't ever question the I.S.U.P.K. about who Esau is. The Bible states that this man be red all over like a hairy garment, and he like to eat meat with blood in it.
There you go.
That's who he is.
That's
what the Bible says. You can't question us about our biblical history. The scholarship inside of here, man. You understand? It's legit. It's solid. You know why it's solid? The proof is right there in front of your face. This cat drinking blood, eating humans inside of there. Cannibals and cooks, the whole nine. Well, tell me about Esau, man. We've been headed right in the I.S.U.P.K. So I can say this. It's like I think it need to be said out here that we had it right and we still got it right and gonna keep it right.
Damn right.
It's like this, sir.
Damn right.
But Haas, it's so extreme and so diabolical that the average sleek black and brown person will think you crazy when you say these things.
Yeah.
And I understand because it's so extreme. It's like that can't possibly be true if you're ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I understand the ignorance and the lack of belief that these things is happening, but because it's so extreme. It's so extreme. I yield, sir.
If I could, and y'all can remember now, if they think this is crazy, remember their religion comes from Rome, which comes from the Roman Catholic Church, and every Sunday they pretend to drink the blood of Christ.
Right. God.
The blood of my Lord Jesus. And they eat the body of Christ. And if you don't know the Catholic Church, there's something called a transmorfiguration, where they believe that cracker is not a cracker. It is the straight up and down thigh meat of Jesus. They believe it's in your Bible dictionary, it's on the van.
That's true.
Transformification. It's when an altar boy rings a bell.
Right.
And when he rings the bell, they believe the cracker transforms into the neck meat of Jesus.
That's right.
Into the leg meat, the calf meat of Jesus. And so when they give you the meat, that is his actual, not figurative, actual body. And that cup of wine is his actual blood. And that's why you got to drink it, because that is their history from Rome to be cannibals. And they were always like that. So like you said.
And listen, when you're in that Catholic line, General, because I went to Catholic school for a couple of years, and they pull that crack out and say the body of Christ something something. I forget what they say, but they say it, the body of Christ something something, and put the shit in your mouth.
Yeah.
So
and it's obvious it's a cabal of it, because the Roman Catholic Church is child molesting children all over, and so is Jeffrey Epstein.
There you go.
Like he ain't doing nothing different than the damn Roman Catholic Church.
That's it.
They molesting kids from coast to coast, north to south, and he's just doing the same. Only it's coming out now that these rich and powerful people been like they taking the Roman Catholicism to the next level. They ain't just coming in there Sunday getting the Eucharist cookie. They're going to come in there and get a real thigh and eat the thigh and drink the blood.
God.
I think the people that's up in there is, halfway ain't doing it all the way right. Like they do.
They ain't got enough faith.
They ain't got enough faith.
Right.
Eat somebody's toe. You have faith in going and eat that thing and let them cook up that piece of that arm or something. Right. Damn, this is monstrous, huh? The Epstein file. What else you got on these files? You die in your story.
Sir. Norwegian ambassador resigns over Epstein contacts.
Damn, come on.
Khan, a Norwegian ambassador who was involved in the Israeli-Palestinian peace efforts in the 1990s and recently served in Jordan, has resigned as she faces scrutiny over her contacts with Jeffrey Epstein. The ministry announced Mona Jules' resignation on Sunday morning, evening, days after she was suspended as Norway's ambassador to Jordan. There follow reports that Epstein left the children of Jewel and her husband $10 million in a will drawn up shortly before his death by suicide in a New York prison in 2019.
So he left her children $10 million.
$10 million.
And you look at her face look a little like she might like a little,
She eat a little thigh.
She eat a little, right.
Little hamstring.
Yeah.
Little calf.
Little calf.
meat.
Good soft calf muscle. That is crazy. 10 million. Go ahead. Was that it on it?
Sir.
You know,
It said
man.
ministry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It said Foreign Minister Espen Barth Aid said Jewel's decision was correct and necessary. Her contact with the convicted sex offender showed a serious lapse in judgment. He said, adding, the case makes it more difficult to restore the trust that the role requires.
Now, sir, this woman can't be an ambassador because she's on the Epstein list. Meanwhile, the American president is all over the Epstein list.
Right.
Right. All over. There was a reporter that read the Epstein report, the part they have not released. And she said, Donald Trump is on the Epstein list like Harry Potter is in the books of Harry Potter. That's a quote.
Good.
And meanwhile, he's still the president and you still love him. This woman can't be an ambassador because she's on that Epstein list.
God.
Right.
Like
And they
look like she gnaw a little bristle.
Little Achilles tendon, a little kneecap.
And they kill me how much they bring out who's on the Epstein files and the things they've done, but as the Republicans contend, if they did something wrong, somebody would have come after them by now, but nobody's come after them. Like that's their justification that there's no crime been committed.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, I bet you tons of the staff up there are so disgusted and frustrated that they got to put so much spin and put out so much propaganda and try to do so many things to excite people's mind so they could get off the Epstein file. They're probably sick of it. They probably wish they was just in there for what they went to school for all them years, which is to govern. But they can't govern because it's a cesspool of madness that they got to now navigate through and try to put some spin on. Like watch, you're gonna hear about them jumping ship after the midterm.
Yeah,
jumping ship left and right.
And General, one thing they don't talk about anymore, when Trump first got into office and he bought Elon Musk in, that Doge got rid of a lot of people that regulated a lot of these things. The people that will make the decisions to investigate and regulate and do this, they got rid of them. And Trump replaced them with his people. So things are not getting investigated and dealt with and handled like they should, because Doge got rid of all of them.
Yeah.
If
you drinking blood and eating human flesh, you don't want no goddamn regulations. You want to get rid of all regulations so you can do whatever disgusting, nasty thing that come to your damn mind. General Q said this: Epstein was planning to develop a super race of humans with his DNA. He hoped to seed this new super race by impregnating women at his vast New Mexico ranch. Damn.
That's real close to those so-called North American Indian reservations.
Yes, it is.
Right.
And they said that he had tunnels underneath those mansions and different rooms filled with computers and rooms filled with operating equipment, and that he did a lot of experiments on black people. He didn't traffic the black people. He trafficked the white people, but the black people is the ones they claim he did the experiments on. You know what I mean?
They voted for Donald Trump after they saw that picture.
Yeah.
After they saw all of these photographs with Trump with Epstein, they still, after January 6th, they voted for him. After the Epstein pictures were all over they still voted for him. They wanted a pedophile in the White House. They wanted this to happen. And it's so perfect, like every criminal. Jeffrey Epstein, sir, created a bunch of conspirators that can't reveal themselves because they did it.
Yeah.
It's like you see, if you're a drug dealer and you want to make sure this person is not a cop, you have him sample the cocaine.
Right.
They said, come on, you snort some.
Right.
So I can know you're not a cop.
Right.
Well, that Epstein, you had to eat some thigh.
Damn.
You had to drink some blood so that now you can't tell anybody because you'll have to reveal that you're a cannibal.
Right.
That you had sex with a child.
Yeah.
And so now he knows that this secret is safe even past the grave.
Dang.
It's safe.
Damn. That's crazy.
And Chris Rock was on that island, just to reveal the name.
Yikes.
No, I'm sorry, Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
From that movie.
From Friday.
From Friday, right.
Right.
And Melania Trump just did a movie with the same director that directed Rush Hour.
Okay.
That director is on the Epstein list.
Oh, damn.
Like, Chris, what's his name?
See that?
Again?
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker.
That's probably how he got the job.
Chris Tucker made 3 movies with Ratner, a director named Ratner.
Okay.
3 movies, all 3 Rush Hour movies. Right?
Damn.
That same director is all over the Epstein list, and he just did Melania Trump's movie just now. And he's all over the Epstein list. And that Chris, what's his name?
Tucker.
Chris Tucker is on that Epstein list, and Jay-Z is on that Epstein list.
Yes. Boy, when the record come out on him, the things he did, because they showed, they indicated that he was one of the ones trafficking the women for Weinstein.
That's right.
And Weinstein was another notorious rapist.
That's right.
I mean, he beat the broad up.
That's right.
She come in there thinking she interviewing for a movie. He would just unleash his lust and just overpower her and beat her up. He wanted his sex from her after beating her up. And he even said it. He said when he was small and just working up there in Hollywood, he said he couldn't get no women. Nobody wanted him. And he said, but the minute he saw that by becoming a producer, starting that company he started, that he could become powerful enough where women would have sex with him to get the thing, he said he went crazy. Like that became his modus operandi for having sex. Like he ain't never tried to date no women. He never tried to take no women out. His whole way of having sex was when a woman came to get in the movie, she had to get on that casting couch. And in some cases, if she turned him down and tried to leave out, he'd beat the broad up and rape her and then tell her, I'm sorry, I lost control. I'm so sorry. Don't worry, you got the part. You're going to have the part. You're going to be in the movie. Don't worry. Don't say anything. I know I was out of control. I don't do this normally. I don't act like this. You know, but it was something about you. You know, you're going to be a big star. You're going to be a big star. Just, you know, don't say anything. And they would keep it quiet and he would deliver on that stardom. But you done been beat up in the office the night before. Like these is monsters, man. And that's so, like I was bringing out earlier, how you got low self-esteem. You can't get a woman, so you turn to the darkest thing you could turn to try to get a woman. You understand? You so inadequate. You such a piece of garbage that now you go through there and start raping. And money is an amazing thing. You get Jay-Z, you own him because God knows what you got on him. And now he got to be the one to bring you them women.
Yeah.
Jaguar Wright tried to say it years ago.
Yes, she did.
Said Jay-Z was a monster. She said.
Yes, she did.
Said he was a monster. And that she claimed he did all kinds of things to her. And that's why she messed up now. That's what she claimed. You know what I mean? But the time is coming, boy. Their time is coming.
And if I could, sir, I don't know if this will happen. It's up to black people in the world. I'm not in the world. But I would like to see black people show that they're not hypocrites like white people are. Donald Trump is on the Epstein list, and you would think that the people that look up to Donald Trump and that idolize him would no longer do it because he's on the Epstein list. And I want to see if black people are going to reject Jay-Z. Black people do not reject Jay-Z as a role model. I don't know how in the hell you're going to talk about white people who accept Donald Trump as a role model, even though he's on the Epstein list. Like, let's see what you're going to do now, because Jay-Z is on that list with Donald Trump. And every black person knows that Donald Trump is on the Epstein list. And that means we cannot look up to him. He's not someone we should pattern our lives after. Now, let's see what you do about Jay-Z. Let's see if now you think the game needs Jay-Z. And we have to still idolize Jay-Z as black excellence. Jay-Z is just like Donald Trump. Both of them are on the Epstein list. Now, black people, let me see whether or not you're a hypocrite or not.
Right.
So like you said.
Damn right. Damn right. See if
sir.
you're going to actually ostracize him
Yeah.
like you oughta. And then he done been a straight up traitor to us. What he did against us as a people during that football kneeing that Kaepernick did was extremely evil to do. And if he been feeding Weinstein women, you understand, so Weinstein can rape them and do all kind of diabolical things to them, then the Lord need to bring him in as well.
And I wonder, like you said earlier, sir, I wonder if brothers in the NFL would not have knelt for Latinos and to fight against ICE if not for Jay-Z's influence.
Right.
How do we know he ain't in the NFL all in their ear, calling them, making promises, convincing them to not stand up for by kneeling in the Super Bowl? He's probably behind the scenes killing every rebellion and protest that the NFL would have.
And once again, because he in on them Epstein files and they got pictures and tapes and all that of him, they just go to him like, yo, we got a problem.
That's it.
You got to shut this down. You got to go to black people and you got to stop this thing, because if you don't, then we might have to expose you.
That's it.
And sure enough, he went in there and shut that thing down. And brother, we should, and because that movement would have never stopped. They was going to shut it down.
Damn right.
They knew it had come to the point where they said, yo, we going to take a knee and we going to shut the whole thing down if y'all don't come right. But of course, it got stopped. It got suppressed. Excuse me. And everybody listened to this cat like he knew what he was talking about. When in fact, him and several of them done decided to go with what they know. And listen, you said something out there just blew my mind. I think it was last Monday. Or we was talking, I think, you said something that was so damn heavy. You said hip hop has never fought for any cause except for homosexuality. Brother, that was colossal. Like it opened up something in my mind, like I had to look in the back of my brain, like what the fuck is going on back there? Because we got a whole illusion about what we think hip hop is. We act like hip hop is the most rebellious, coming up against the government, coming up against all things, when hip hop is been hoeing themselves out for everything until that homosexuality came in. Then hip hop stood up. Then hip hop was all with it, and now hip hop is doing what it does best. Snoop Dogg, Nicki Minaj,
that's it,
and the rest of them are just they going with who they believe is a winner.
That's it.
And they could give a damn about what happens to black people. You understand? And they did it back then too when he was first running. Remember when all them black celebrities, Steve Harvey and the rest of them, they was going up in there on routine. But meanwhile, the Colin Kaepernick thing got shut down. We better wake up, man. We better wake up, and we better wake up quick.
That's right.
Because we ain't got room for much. Go ahead, my Salakia.
No, I was just agreeing with you, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
And I say one thing, sir, if I could.
Yeah.
And it's something you always taught us and that you put into practice in the UPK. And people in the world better know how to do it. Blacks and Latinos have to come together.
Right.
And the only way for us to come together is for some tremendous act of love to be done one to another. And if Jay-Z is stopping black people who are the predominant race in the NFL for taking a stand to fight on the side of Latinos, an action like that is what brings us together. Like some act where black people say, we doing this for La Aza, man. We doing this for the Latinos. We're not going to do this for ourselves like we would any other time when we did it for the George Floyd incident. Right. But we're going to do this for Latinos. We're going to take a knee and risk our jobs for Latinos. An action like that is how you mend this broken family. That's what we do in the UPK. Like we go do some action for the other tribes that lets tribes know who think we're separate, who think that we hate each other. Now we love each other, man. Right. And that you have to do something like that. That's what you do, sir. And that's what you taught us to do something to let the Haitians know we love them. That's the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, black people, the Venezuelans, you got to do something. And if there's some fucking bastard telling people, don't do something, that is an evil man, and he's on the Epstein list. Yeah. Salakia, sir.
No, listen, what you're saying is so true. Like people that study, if you study the Bible, like Esau studies the Bible, you will know that you don't gain power by kissing up to power. A lot of people think that's how you gain power. See, you get up in there, bend over, let them do whatever they got to do, and then, you know, you make it on up there. That's not how you gain power. That's how you'll sit in Hollywood like you got power, but you'll be a fucking piece of shit. You understand? Like JC was when the time came to help his own people. That's what'll happen to you. You won't gain power. Here's how you gain power. You gain power by changing the minds of the people by acts of courage. By caring for the people and doing great acts of courage that make the people want to do acts of courage because they see the virtue in what you do. That comes out the Bible. I'm not telling you some special philosophy that I know. This is in the Bible. Everyone in that Bible that you read about did exactly those things, man. They did not suck up to power. They resisted the power and sucked up to the people that really they own, who in most cases hated them because they was forcing them to look at reality, to look at how you should love one another. And that joint, sometimes it rips a person apart, but it is the way to power. Salaki Mike, I got you.
Oh no, damn right. You know, I was gonna say, it's just like I lost my train of thought, but I was gonna say, like, they've been using psychological warfare on us since forever, since before I was born, probably, because I know all my life growing up on every cartoon there was a character who said, "Well, if you can't beat them, join them." And that's been since I was 4. You know what I'm saying? And so they've been pushing that on us forever. And in life, that's how you think. Well, they the winners, so let me get with them. Well, hell, I can't stop the white man from doing this, so I better conform. I better acquiesce to their program. But like you said, General, that ain't how the Most High rolled. The Most High taught us in our history, in the Bible, in our book, to fight against it, man. And don't acquiesce. Don't submit. Don't join them just because you can't beat them, because if you stand against them and you stand with righteousness and stand with what's right and stand with the Lord, you will eventually beat them. Anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I yield, sir.
Damn right.
Then if I could, as Johnny said in the comments, he said, "Slocky, sir, black people have not given up Martin Luther King when his files came out."
Damn.
Oh, it's hard I forget.
Yes,
you're right.
Man,
Cut on what cut.
It better start mattering to us, man, on some level. It better start mattering. Go ahead, Marah.
Slocky, sir, if I may, just to piggyback off what General Mayak said, something came up on my feed the other day. Yadai said it was Mr. Bojangles. He was tap dancing with that white girl, man. I said, oh my God, that had to be psychological warfare at a time like that. I mean, you know, he teaching her and, you know, all the different things that you would have to do for somebody that is black or Hispanic. He did with her to make her a great, you know, or at least seem it, you know, how they made it seem. It's crazy because that had to be psychological warfare at a time like that, if I may.
People died over that. People died over the fact that that movie came out. Was Mr. Bojangles got up there and danced, and you think, and not only her, but the whole Shirley Temple series, when he got up there and he danced with Shirley Temple, white people lost it and killed black people over that shit because it was like authorizing child molestation, even though it was noble and honorable, but to them that virtuous act he was doing was like he was having sex with a white child. They lost their mind over it, when what it was him being virtuous towards her, which, like you said, should have went to a black child. But back then, the so-called Jew, he knew how to work that thing. Ever since the 40s and he got over Hollywood, he always worked Hollywood to break down the barrier with white people. That was his way in, because white people hated them too. Remember, they was just like the Nazis over here in America. So they hated the so-called Jew too. So what he did is used us to tear down the barriers so that black and white could accept each other. And then he would slide in, which he did, and take over everything. And that's exactly that's why he's the so-called Jew, has been the one who pushed all those interracial movies, all those black and white movies, you know, movies with blacks and whites. They pushed all of that. And you're right, that Mr. Bojangles, I mean, it was just, Even I look at it today, it's a little chilling. It make me, I look at it today like, ooh, don't touch her. Don't get too close. Don't pick her up. And he do all that in the movie. And it's almost like, oh my God, he gonna get himself killed.
And if I could, to my Mirage point, to black people, we see it, it looks demeaning, like we're stepping, fetch it, goofballs for white people. When white people watched it, they wanted to kill Bojangles.
Yes,
and that's what happens in movies all the time with Ed Sullivan. Ed Sullivan shook Ella Fitzgerald's hand, and he got death threats, and they wanted to end this show. Now, of course, when we watch it, we go, why is she in there with this white boy?
Yeah,
when she could be on a black show. White people don't want to see you on TV.
That's right.
Like we're getting insulted that this black man is tap dancing. It insults us. White people are wondering, what in the hell is a black man doing on the movies?
That's right.
That's our history.
And if I could add to his point real quick, what you saying is so right in that those things that them so-called Jews put into those movies with them white people were things that we should have had towards each other. Right. You know how amazing that would have been for a black man to teach a black daughter, his daughter, you know what I'm saying? And show her that virtue and show her that bond. Like they broke all them bonds with us, but made us have the bond with them for their own purposes. Like we've been living a nightmare in this place, just like you was bringing out. This is a different world we in. But now all the gates on the world are being torn down, which means we're gonna get to see everything after a while. Somebody want to say something? Salaki Murad, go ahead.
Salaki, so if I could, last point. Another movie thing that I came across was a movie. I remember Cadillac Records.
Yes,
there's a movie called Cadillac Records that talked about chess records with Muddy Waters and all the different
all
people that he had. And it was crazy because the movie it seemed like the devil cared for the brother.
Yeah,
but right in the beginning, before he even started the chess records, he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna make a club with Negroes." So he can, he was telling his
going for that
father,
money.
Khan. He was telling his Rib's father, like, look, I love your daughter. I want to make a club with Negroes. He said, you taking my daughter to Negroes? Because it was another devil. So just like what General Hyman said, sincere saying, look, I want to start a business. I'm going to make a club with some Negroes, And the devil said, looked at him and said, that's where you taking my daughter to? You taking him around black? You taking her around black people? Just to piggyback off what General Hyman said, like, no matter what we do, no matter how great we are, once you get with the oppressor, it's nothing you can do to change him because other oppressors can't change him. And another thing that we always say, like, if you're a good oppressor, well, you should be trying to get the other good oppressors. Like, that's your job.
Get them right. Man.
Yes, I yield, sir.
Yeah, damn right. Give it up. Damn right. Come on, you die. I know you got one more in the pocket for me on that Epstein.
Yes, I do, sir.
Come on with it before we get up out of here.
Connor one Khan, sir. Connor one Khan. 10 shocking allegations in the Epstein files. Bill Gates' STDs, cannibalism, and Prince Harry's pictures.
I could imagine what they was doing. Now, go ahead. You got the Bill Gates. Just do the Bill Gates part.
Connor McCon, sir.
Go ahead.
Bill Gates' emails attributed to the Epstein alleged that the Microsoft co-founder complied about contracting a sexual transmitted disease after sleeping with Russian women and sought antibiotics to conceal it from his then wife Melinda Gates, the BBC reported.
Okay, they ain't get the story all right because I heard he wanted to give the antibiotics to the wife just in case to make sure he didn't give it to her.
And wanted to make and had them to ask them to slip it in her drink. He didn't want her to know she was taking the antibiotic.
Yes, see if you can find the other story because that's what happened. He wanted it slipped in her drink. He's a slime. Just you creep off to the island. Like like white men have no masculinity. Like he creep off to the island and then you out there having sex with Russian girls. He in the time of his life. He probably never had no box like that. He's sitting up there in MIT figuring out Microsoft, becoming a genius on his computer. he ain't getting no tail. Go up in there and smell that Russian perfume and them old big old masculine, those big old Nordic Russian girls come up in there. He must have been in absolute heaven. Went up in there and ran through them broads and got an STD, which proves he was having sex. And then he said Russian girls, not Russian women, which means these might have been children. Yikes. There's no way to know. These could have been children that he was having sex with. It's insane. You got more?
Khan, it says Bill Gates caught the STD from Russian girls and sought the antibiotics for his ex-wife Melinda.
Right. He sought it for her.
That's right.
He was going to slip it in her drink and see if he could get her cured up without her knowing she taking antibiotics. Boy, that's why she divorced him, took all that money.
Oh, she did.
She divorced him right after that and took all the money. She probably, go ahead, Marat. What you was going to say?
Khan.
Oh, you got more. Come on with
Khan. It says the emails released as part of a large disclosure by the U.S. authorities include allegations by Epstein that Gates feared that he had contracted a sexually transmitted infection and sought help providing antibiotics to give to his wife without her knowledge.
What a little weasel. Epstein, can you help me? I need some antibiotics. I think I caught something from those little girls. What a dweeb, what a weasel, what a horrible, horrible human being. And I can't wait because I heard they got some on that cat that was head of Def Jam. What's his name?
Russell Simmons.
I heard they got something on him too. Like if you notice, all them Hollywood stars been kind of quiet the last couple of years. They knew this was coming around.
Oh yeah.
They was sitting back hoping Trump could block it. But they done got the first half is in the street. And they ain't even gone through the first half yet. The second half hit the street, it's gonna be hell. Go ahead, Op. John. I guess we got to get ready to get up out of here, man. I want to thank the heavy hitters in the building. General Muhammad, give it up. General Micah Ali, give it up. General Hazard Young, give it up. You understand? Officer Marah, Officer Yediah, Officer Ibaya, Officer Mathumya in the studio holding us down. Yet another week. Pay your tithes. Get ready for Passover. Stay up in the pocket. Keep your spirit up. Keep praying. Keep doing what we do. I'll see y'all next time. I'll see y'all on Wednesday. I think we're going back for another 9 o'clock shot. Wednesday. Man, the numbers went ridiculous. We did 3 times the numbers Wednesday. We've been to run up in here now. I'll see y'all on Wednesday night, y'all. Same time. See you then. Shalom.
You mean everything to me because I know you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me.
I called on the Lord. I said, Father, this is real. Will you watch over me? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the law, they doing it. You said under your house shot they ought to love one another, and they doing it.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General YAHANNA presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General YAHANNA. See you there, Israel. Shalom.